Okay, now that I got it, my good friend, I didn't cut it. So I'm gonna cut it in the middle here, and then I'm making sure I'm not cutting through my, you know what I'm saying? I'm not cutting through my deal here. Do you understand? So once I cut it, I'm gonna peel it off like a banana again. My good friends, do you see what I'm saying? And then we peel it off, because here we're going to be exposing a whole bunch of the rest of the quadriceps, because we've only discovered one so far, which is the rectus femoris, okay, which is what I'm going to work on right now. And then I'm going to come back to those other ones. You see, there's the popliteal artery and vein over here, and then you see, so there's that. So I'm going to peel this right to the top of the thigh. You see, the rectus femoris is right there. Okay, so the rectus femoris, what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel that off. So again, I have to remove this connective tissue so I can see where my muscle is. Do you see that? So I'm going to do that. It seems like it takes a long time, but you know, you just have to be. Sometimes I got snookered a little bit here. I didn't want to damage my blood vessel, but I had to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not patient, you're gonna end up messing something up. Uh, you gotta be patient and efficient at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go too slow that the patient dies on the table. So the connective tissue here, you gotta do that. Do you see what I'm peeling off here? I'm peeling it off of the vastus lateralis, and then, okay, like that. Okay, do you see what now I've got a good shot. So I'm gonna now do this. Do you see what I'm saying, my good friend? So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna cut this connective tissue here. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so there's the rectus femoris. You see, it's covering this, and then this right here this is the tensor muscle, right? The tensor fascia lata, and then the fascia of the tensor fascia lata is covering the second of the quadriceps, which is this vastus lateralis. It's going to be right there, the vastus lateralis. Okay, it's on the lateral side. That's why you see this nice and round muscle. Oh, this is vastus lateralis. Okay, so now the vastus lateralis is going to be covering the vastus intermedius, which is going to be in the middle here, and there's the vastus medialis, the fourth quadricep, vastus medialis. So vastus medialis, vastus intermedius right here. Okay, I'm going to separate it out from the vastus lateralis here, and then the fourth one is the rectus femoris. And all those we saw them yesterday. I mean, whenever we were doing that sciatic nerve, and so forth, right? Correct? I told you that it's coming. I told you. You see what I'm saying? So at least you know these muscles already, and so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I am now separating this out. I'm just making sure that I do this. I cut. Okay, my good friends. So if you could learn this vastus medialis, vastus intermedius. This is vastus medialis. This is vastus intermedius. It's a nice round muscle. So I'm gonna peel the vastus lateralis off of it here, and you could see the line. You see the line? You see the line here? There's the line right there. So I work on it a little bit with my probe, because the muscles here are very fine. Do you see what I'm saying? So I could even do that with my probe. Okay, my good friends. So there's that, and I'm doing that. We're on the record. Okay, my good friends. And do that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's doing that. Okay. Okay. There's that. Very good. Very good. you will see once I have freed up this lateralis and the vastus intermedius from covering the you see how it's nice and round. Looky here, my good friends. Oh my god, this is looking so good. Do you see that? So this right here, this nice round muscle, is the vastus intermedius, and the vastus medialis is like right here. Okay, so there's the vastus medialis because it's towards the medial side, correct? So vastus medialis, and then vastus intermedius, two, okay, vastus lateralis, and the vastus lateralis goes underneath the tensor fascia lata. So there's the vastus lateralis, and then the fourth one, the fourth quadriceps will be the rectus femoris, and then obviously there's the sartorius. We cut it. It's not part of the quadriceps, but it's also in the anterior thigh. So sartorius, and sartorius over here. Okay, my good friends, over here we have done it. We get the cordofemoralis dash no human equivalent, gluteus maximus, and then gluteus medius, and then the tensor fascia lata. There's the fascia of the tensor muscle here, and then you can see the division between the rectus femoris and the tensor fascia lata. And it's like the core because it's lateral because it's the lateral side, right? And then it's fascia because it's connective tissue. So tensor muscle, fascia, lata, on the lateral side. Do you see what I'm saying, my good friends? Okay, very good. So, Hallie, my good lady, you're the camera lady.